Two Brother Sports podcast presented by RambleOnSports.com. It is Wednesday, October 16th. We've got NFL Week 7, college football Week 8 picks coming at you. We're going to recap a fucking fantastic weekend of football. We had one boot on the, or I guess both boots on the ground and one location. And then we had pretty much eyes on all the big games coming up. So we are going to get into it. Hopefully not drown you with the recap, but it was that good of a weekend. So there's definitely some games we got to touch on. Got the fellas back. We got Sean back from last week. We got Max here. How are we doing?
Uh, Doing all right. Might have kind of lost my voice a little bit from this past weekend. Uh, Tough loss for WV, but it was a great time, so can't complain, honestly. And ready to move forward and kind of fire Neil Brown and let's do what we need to do.
Fair enough. Sam,
Uh,
we got to see your beautiful face in person over the weekend. We had a good time. Watched some football, played some golf. The Panthers just keep on winning. Steelers got to win too. So yeah, no, I'm a happy camper.
Let's go. Let's get into it. Yeah, Max, you want to just start us off thoughts? Tell us about. I know had a good time, voices there, but I mean Morgantown rocking. Maybe some quick thoughts on the game. I feel like all of our, to Sean's point, we had quite a fantastic weekend of watching football, and I'm hurting for it this week. So I feel like we're all kind of on a couple day DL, maybe skipping a couple practices. We don't skip podcasts, but with what our brains can do today, it should be interesting. But Max, yeah, give us a little recap on the game and thoughts on Morgantown. I know it's been a while, right?
yeah, last time I was there was 21 against Tech, and we just ran them over. Very nice, very lovely. Um, but yeah, I mean, it. I was talking to my buddy about it. Long time WU fan, grew up a WU fan, and he was pretty much just saying like, yeah, like Neil Brown just expects our talent to just like to carry us. Like he actually like can't really coach. He's a great recruiter, like really good recruiter. Um, but that's about it. And we're starting to kind of realize that he's gotten out coached all the time. He's 3-16 against ranked opponents, and then or something. Ah, damn it! I should have pulled the stat up, but just terrible stats. Like we have not done anything for like under him, and the climb is no longer being trusted. So something's
Yeah.
got to change, even though we literally just extended him. So I don't know what we can do. Other than that, the fucking crowd was awesome. The coal rush was sick and had a blast. So
You were right on. You were spot on 3-16
what was the three? Yeah, against ranked opponent.
against ranked. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's after that game too. It looks like too.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, that's tough. Gotta win the big
And
one.
that's not even like top 50. That's just like
Just 25.
could
Yeah.
have be could have been 25 and while we're like fucking 15 or something. Like we've been kind of ranked up there, but I don't know. We'll figure it out, but go Bears.
Yep. Yeah. All three NFL teams got a dub. So that's good for us. We'll get into the NFL recap. I mean, I'm just looking at the list. I mean, I mean, you could argue Texas, Oklahoma was probably one of the higher anticipated games, and you got a 34-3 blowout. Yours is back, looking good. I don't know if you guys have much to touch on that game, but I mean, I feel like we should just get into Ohio State, Oregon right away because that game
Oh
was,
my gosh.
yeah, I
I'll,
mean,
yeah. This might kind of go without saying, but I didn't watch a single game
I was
this
gonna say you probably that game was going on. The game
week.
was going on at the same time.
Yeah,
fair.
I didn't watch any games this weekend,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Okay.
Other than NFL, I watched NFL, but I didn't.
I mean,
John and I can give you
that
some
game
honest.
just went back and forth. Ohio State really screwed it up there at the end. I'm not saying that Oregon wasn't the better team there, but it was some weird just coaching and just. I mean, they just kind of really fumbled that there at the end. Not literally, but like Sam, how would you? Well, I mean, I suppose your kind of take there.
Did you happen to get a video clip of me after that ending? Because from what I remember, I was starting to spit on myself and others around me. Ryan Day, dude, I'm so done with him. I'm so done with him. Like, yeah, like the Will Howard play, you kind of got to get stuff going. But dude, they ran the ball too many times. It's really just what the fuck are you doing? Like you have good wide receivers. How many wide receivers are going to be a top 10 pick at some point in the next 4 fucking years? Like you have the talent, let them do the work. I'm a little sus on Howard, honestly. But I'm not going to sit here and blame him for that game. Just maybe not. I don't know. I think Ohio State needs potentially someone else, but still going to give them benefit of the doubt for now. I do put it all on fucking Ryan Day. I cannot believe the way he called that and last what 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, like 10 human minutes, but like game minutes, probably the last five, just shit the bed, man. Just absolutely shit the bed. The onside kick, the terrible play calls at the end. Um, Ryan Day, I just don't know how his leash is so long. I mean, if we're really talking about Ohio State football, it's Michigan, it's beating Michigan, and it's national championships. And I mean, they're not even, I don't know, man. I'm very frustrated with the way that game ended. And to be honest with you, I didn't have a lot of units. It wasn't a play from the podcast. Um, but out of just pure principle, like I just can't, like, I was so pissed off about that game, probably irrationally, but um, I'm just tired of watching. Ryan Day gives me pseudo Brian Kelly vibes. And maybe that's why I just felt very connected to Ohio State fans at that moment because I'm so damn tired of Brian Kelly just shitting the bed in big games. And I just feel like Ryan Day is just a second coming of Brian Kelly right now. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Dude, yeah, terrible.
Yeah. As I'm wearing green and yellow.
Tennessee avoids back-to-back losses. I got a good amount of eyes there at the end of that game because I thought Florida had them for the entire time. But I mean, Tennessee is probably. I think they're somewhere in the middle of. They looked like the most incredible, offensive team at the beginning of the year. Probably happens when you play like the 123rd ranked defense a few weeks in a row, and then now the last 2 weeks they've looked pretty suspect. They're probably somewhere more in the middle of like when they beat Oklahoma by 13 points or something like that. Alabama, another scare
Yeah.
there. Ole Miss goes down. Penn State survives a scare. I guess my main takeaway is good job for Texas, just getting stuff done because it was a week to not get stuff done. I mean, even Georgia let up 31 points at home to a Mississippi State team that is like 1-5 overall.
And atrocious too. Just absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the South Carolina one thought they had it. I feel for Gray, feel for South Carolina fans. I don't know if I can see another letdown like that, and I don't know how many more hearts that they can get ripped out of their body right now.
Or
But
BYU, they
yep,
just continue to win and cover.
yeah, and Arizona is one of the weirder teams, but yeah, BYU they stayed covering. Uh,
They're one of the only two teams that are 6-0 against the spread.
yes, there's what 4 or 5 teams going into this week, and I think all but one or two dropped. I think maybe.
Pitt did the didn't
Army,
cover, but won the
Army's the
game.
other one.
I believe so. I think it's Army. Yep.
Gotta be Army.
Oh, Army's the other 6-0. Yeah.
Yep.
Army's fucking nasty. I love Army.
They're rolling. Yeah, they are absolutely rolling. I mean, we were still kind of up for the Colorado K-State game, but I would say tough loss, but good to know Travis Hunter is going to be back for this next game. Avery Johnson, they still came back. Sanders still balled out, but
Sanders looked great.
he looked really good. Hunter went down. I shit
I do
you
think
not.
I think this Colorado team's a lot better than the last year's Colorado team.
For sure, for sure. And dude, we bet Travis Hunter anytime touchdown, and within one drive, he was out for the rest of the game. So that's
I
kind
didn't
of
take that.
yeah, I did.
I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I bet on Kansas State. No one else wanted to do that. Either
Yeah.
way, we
Hey,
can move
you
on.
won. You won. You won. So we'll take that. Let's see real quick. I'm just kind of looking at some of the other games, or we can looking at the picks, man. I mean, let's see. We did have a showdown that Cal Pitt won, so I guess Sean at least Pitt won, but Max got the cover showdown there.
Yeah,
Uh, any other
I
thoughts?
think like from Pitt's point of view, like that game kind of just has it gives a little bit more feeling of like this just might be kind of like a just dumb like luck kind of year because every like thing in the box score. I mean, like Holstein looked terrible. Cal was just dominating time of possession. Like everything, Pitt should have lost that game, and yet they don't. I don't think they'll look as bad as that for a while. I don't think Cal's like that good, but I think Cal's probably better than the next few games they play, like against Syracuse and SMU, or maybe Houston teams like that. But it's nice to see them continue to rack up these dubs.
Hey, quietly and slowly but surely, they're climbing up the rankings, climbing into that playoff talk.
Yeah, they're like 22 right now.
Yep, 22 right now. Let's see. Purdue, Illinois. This was a pick here. Sean,
All
Illinois
I need to
for
say
the
is
under
that
on that.
Purdue scored more points than the total of the entire
Yep.
game.
Yep. Just yeah. That on paper probably covers nine times out of 10. Just a weird wonky game, but I don't know. I like both of them coming into this next week, so we'll get into that. Let's see. Ohio State, Oregon under. Let's see. Max goes 1-2. Sean goes 1-2 with Ball State, Kent State. How about that over?
Early candidate, my team of the year. This Ball State team, man. They
Yeah.
love nothing more than scoring points and giving up points. It's quietly something that's been working very well for me so far.
They only cleared 59.5 by 2 touchdowns. So pretty insane right
Yep.
there. Let's
And
see.
it got off to a slow start. So I live bet again the over after the first quarter because it went down. It was like at 56.
We love that. Yeah, yep. And I'm sure they're gonna be looking nice and good on this list for you this upcoming week. Or are they in a
I was
box?
just gonna say, just wait another few minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then let's see. Yeah, West Virginia, Iowa State for Max on the over. That ended up 44, 45.
Yeah, 28,
28-16.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, still close there. Just slowed the game down there. I got away with murder this weekend, so I'm expecting college football to not treat me well last week or this week because Georgia Tech had no business covering 6. It was close. They were at 3. Or no, yeah, they were at 3 towards the end of the game and then ended up with a turnover and then like a 70-yard rushing touchdown at the end of the game to close out my 6. And then Syracuse ended up scoring pretty late there as well, just to come back. And then Vandy just didn't even need my points. They didn't need any of my points. And they just went out and beat Kentucky. So mad at myself for not putting any on the money line. I just went pretty heavy on the spread. But yeah, another 3-0 weekend for you, boy. So we are on a 6-0 streak, 15-6 right now in college football. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we are
That
rolling.
is nuts.
Yeah, so NFL not so much, but yeah, I mean 2 6-0 weeks after kind of going don't expect that to be treated so nicely this upcoming weekend. But yeah, overall, solid little college football. We're right there. On the season, we've got 21 picks from each of us. Like I just said, 15-6 over here. Sean at 11-10. Max is at 10-11. We're just a couple of games from getting back over 500, so I'm excited to see that happen. So we got that, and then is there any other college football you guys want to recap, or do we want to get into some NFL recap? Because that's kind of the positive one for this group here. We got all 3 of our teams won. All 3 teams look great not just wins, but just fucking kick the shit out of all the teams they play. So very excited for that. Shall we start over in London?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, if we want. I actually kind of lied. I only watched the 4 o'clock games. Because I left at I think 10. But it looks like Caleb had an absolute day. Absolutely love to see the 23 for 29, 226 with 4 tutties. Pick, whatever. I don't even give a shit. And it's overall looks like the team looked fantastic. I know it's the Jaguars and just an absolute shit dumpster fire. But, win's a win. It's reps. It's everyone's fucking finally working together. Keenan Allen came out, had 2 tutties. Just seems like we had a just great time over the pond. So,
I mean, dude, run game was fun. Swift was looking shifty. Um, I mean, Caleb from I think that first drive, maybe second drive. Trying to remember, but I know that first drive was pretty rough. Second drive, I think started slow and then they started rolling. And after that, dude, man was. Oh no, it was the that pick he threw. He kind of lofted that one pick up. I think second quarter kind of just threw it up there. I think underestimated or maybe didn't see it. But literally, other than the first drive and that throw, he was perfect. And the first drive wasn't even a bad drive. It just kind of stalled out. Couple, I think it was like one missed throw, and then other than that, dude, man was absolutely balling. So got to be pumped about Caleb Williams right now. And also, as good as the Bears have been looking, the Jaguars. I mean, I was
yeah,
surprised
that's why I'm not
that
going to
they
get too high.
fired everyone on before that plane ride home. It was just bad.
That's why I can't get too excited. So, um, well, we got bye week coming up. So, and then coming to Washington.
So,
That will be a good one.
Max, I was spewing this to some people like Saturday. I think the Bears might have like top 3 defense in the league. I think they're incredible. I think they're really, 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 really good. Shouldn't be. I mean that like when the game mattered the most because fourth quarter like it was pretty much done. That the second and third quarter it was so apparent like that one team was just so much better than the other, was just dominating in every facet. Like, that was
Dude,
just step on their throat, man.
dude,
It's a
the
good
I
team.
secondary.
It's a good Bears team. The offense is getting it going, and I just don't think like I'm honestly a little jealous. That's exactly what I'd want the Steelers to be, where it's like you're probably not going to give up more than like at most like 24, 27 points in an absolute shootout. You're realistically probably going to give up somewhere between like 14 and 20 points a game. And so just, get a couple scores, a couple field goals, and you win a lot of games that way. And then the Bears look like they might not have an issue scoring 30 against a lot of teams that are mediocre defenses.
I mean, one
Good
team
recipe.
scored more than 20 points. The Colts dropped 21 in that win. Other than that, no one has crossed 20.
no, that streak continues. It's the 21 and under for
Mm-hmm.
16 games, or I think now.
Dude,
So,
that secondary is disgusting.
dude, they're so good. I fucking love them. Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw Kyler Gordon's fit walking in, dude, wearing like some fuzzy shit, just like stylish as shit. I fucking love it. Jalen Johnson's
Feeling
nasty.
herself,
Our
man.
defense, I agree. And I was saying it after like the second game. I forgot who we were playing, and then my buddy just straight shot me down. And I was like, all right. Like, no, it wasn't sick. It would have been. Oh no, it was week 1 against Tennessee, and he was like
Mhm.
Will Levis. I'm like, all right, relax, but like we still look fucking like good,
Yeah.
and we've gone on to prove it. So I'm
Yeah.
super.
That Washington game will be sick. I saw they just moved that to the like 4 o'clock hour.
Yeah, that kind of ruined it. I was thinking about going with my commies fan friend,
Mhm.
and like driving back. I don't know. Kind of like
Listen,
a
man.
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock would
As,
have been fine.
as someone who just spent like 6 hours on 95 yesterday, I can understand.
Yeah.
Pain. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 o'clock would have been okay, but they just pushed it. So we'll hit the old Gus bus and we'll be adjusted.
Can't go wrong with the Broad Street Philly and a couple tall boys over at Gus Bus.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Uh,
Speaking of good defenses, Sean, Steelers look solid. Yeah. I mean, let's just I could not stop laughing at you during watching this game as they're up 20, like 4-7. This man was so mad. And I loved every second of it because that just means we don't want to just beat teams here. We want to beat them to a pulp. And
Yeah.
overall, Steelers look good, but yeah, takeaway over there.
It's just one of those things, when you smell blood in the water like that. I feel bad for the Raiders, man. And we already earlier today they sold Devontae. I mean, that's a team that just doesn't have a lot to play for. And if we want to be a good team, we need to absolutely like step on teams like that throat. Yeah, it was overall it was all right. I think maybe the score is a little bit better to what you're just saying than maybe how some of the things went. We still saw some of the same offensive problems. The lack of wide receiver depth is so apparent. Fields never looks down the middle of the field. He was awesome with his legs this game. Another 2 running touchdown game. They finally Najee got going there. He looked way quicker than I've seen him in almost like the past 15 games going back to last year, which is good. And just TJ Watt. There's not much I can say about Sam. There's so much that guy means. He's such just an incredible player. I mean, he absolutely changes the game. And having him there is such just a safety valve that just literally when they just like bring out the button like they're starting to get some momentum. Run the TJ Watt play. Perfect. All right, here's the turnover.
I was waiting for it. Run the TJ Watt play, baby. Now he ran and they were. I mean, it is like clockwork. It's like, damn, we really can. You can feel like the momentum in like a bubbling. It's like, okay, the momentum's bubbling. Like they could take this bubble, and it's just like this.
Yeah.
Sorry, momentum. Psych. Yeah, he's incredible. He's fun to watch. Good win.
And and honestly, that's no offense. The Bears are looking great. They're going on the right momentum. Easily the best team on the podcast. That team can win it. I think this Packers team can win a Super
Bowl. He said the Bears were. I was like, yeah, what?
Dude, Jordan Love. I love. He's been playing out of his mind. 2 touchdowns to Dobbs after getting out of the doghouse.
So I thought he was in the doghouse still.
Guess what? He's in the penthouse, baby. Great. Yeah, he looks so good.
Sam is literally so bipolar with his QBs.
Love said, Dobbs, let me bring you down to the house.
Fuck Rodgers.
Yeah.
I love Rodgers. Fuck Love. I love.
Let me enjoy this roller coaster, okay? Because it's bound to, when we get too high up here with the pack, shit tends to hit the fan. But I think the key with this squad is the defense. I mean, offense looks good. We've seen them have issues at times, but I feel like Jacobs has just been really able to kind of steady that. I don't think, I wouldn't say he's like light years better than Jones. I think it's just an age thing, but we're able to feed him plenty more carries, I feel like. And I feel like that helps. We had Chris Brooks signed off the practice squad, I'm pretty sure. Had a good little game. So we're seeing some glimpses from that with Emmanuel Wilson out. But yeah, back to Jeff Hafley and that defense. I don't need to do a rant. I don't need to do it because I did it last week and I do it damn near every week. Xavier McKinney, this defense, and the key is Jair wasn't playing in that Minnesota game, and it was so noticeable compared to this game and other games. Marvin Harrison Jr., he did get hurt, but before that was getting shut out. They were able to shut out most of the offensive weapons that are there. I mean, I think that's a huge injury for them and him not playing, but at the same time, defense looked great, caused some turnovers. We got to figure out the kicking. I'm not going to sit here playing the Niners in the goddamn NFC like divisional round in San Fran, and I got to watch Brady Narveson miss 3 fucking field goals and we lose by 7. And I'm very, very scared about that. So we have to get the kicking lined up.
Wait, Sam, you might just not have been like on your phone right before we got on there. I think you just signed Brandon McManus.
I didn't see that. Okay. That's huge. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's go. Okay. We'll see
I
how
think that was really like a half hour ago.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I did not get that. So that's awesome. That's huge. So wow, look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's like I wrote it into reality. So that's good. Not gonna say McManus is gonna be like it's not like he's a Brandon Aubrey, Justin Tucker kind of deal, but he is going to be significantly more of an upgrade than Brady Narveson. Narveson, kind of floated in between us, and I think it was the Titans up in the summer. Ended up, signing him. We got rid of Joseph, who's now in the Giants. So overall, I think, we're just hopefully McManus is that guy. So that's huge. That's good to know. And then we got to figure out what to do with Keyshawn Nixon. I think he's been solid, but he's not getting as many touches on the punt return, kind of kick return situation, just with all the new rules and stuff. And then we're throwing him in the third corner slot. So I think get Nixon some more play time. He's been sneaky really good for us. I mean, Jair's just a stud. I love watching Jair play. Love Xavier McKinney. He's probably the most underrated player right now in the NFL, but he's becoming the point of either appropriately rated, or if they keep rolling, he might get to a point of maybe a little bit overrated. But I think he's worth every penny. I think he's done everything, but I kind of want everyone to chill on the hype, and I want to keep it in Green Bay. I don't want everyone else to know about it. So huge win. Love spreads it out. Offensive line is looking really good. He is having time to throw, and they're paving the way for Josh Jacobs. So yeah, you know what's crazy though, Sean? You said best team on the podcast. We are last in the division right now, because the Vikings are rolling, the Lions are rolling, and I think the Bears have a better point differential than us.
No, it's because the Bears haven't played an NFC North game, and you guys are 0-1 in the NFC North.
Awesome, that makes sense. All right, but still, we look at the standings. We're last, so we love when we're in underdog situation. Not going to be this weekend against Houston, but yeah, man, super pumped about the pack. I'm just a fucking roller coaster of emotions with this team, but right now I'm feeling like I'm starting to level out. I just need to see a little bit of consistency with Love back from injury.
Very nice.
Right.
And then let's see. Let's look at the picks. Non our squads related. So Sean did hit his favorite with Chicago. I ended up covering with Green Bay, so we got those favorites. Let's see. Wow, I just lost you guys. There we go. And then Max with the Philly one, which to be honest, I felt probably for a little bit there, I felt more confident about that one than the other two. But yeah, no. So Eagles are going to be, I don't know, man. Nick Sirianni's looking like a crazy person. Eagles, I just don't know, man. Like, I don't know which they are one more bad game away from just completely blowing this thing up, it seems. And then let's see. We all missed our dogs. So between Kami, Seattle, and the Jets, did not hit any of those. Overs, we've got if Washington didn't want to kick that field goal at the end instead of trying to go for it on 4th down and score and keep the game a little closer, wouldn't have hit that. So thank you for that late field goal. And then Max, I think you cleared your over with Tampa and New Orleans by about 30 points?
Yeah, good old Fitty Burger. So that's nice.
And then Sean, Arizona could not get you more than 13 points to help this over out. I feel like that. How? But
yeah, you're in my doghouse for that.
Yeah. So sorry about that. Let's see. Unders, another 1 and 2. Cleveland, Philly. Good call on that, Sean. And then Jets. I just misread the Jets game. I'm still a little butthurt about that. But Seattle, San Fran on that under was also just not really what I feel like we expected that game to be. But I think we're learning that Seattle might just be an over team, and it doesn't matter who they're playing. So that's kind of what I take away from that one. And then
Seattle's got college football aspect to them.
Yeah, exactly. And then let's see, props. We've got 2-1 from the group. Kirk, I had him at green. I originally thought he had hit the 250, and then I had to go back to the box score because I was like, he definitely did that. They won, but they crushed.
You would have thought.
Would have thought. Let's see, Gibbs and Jacobs hitting their rushing and receiving. I had Love 2+ passing touchdowns, but picked the alternate on Josh Jacobs, so was able to get that out there before just on our posting. So overall, what does that bring us? Let's see, a 3-2 from Sean, a 3-2 from myself, and a 1-4 from Max. Let's see, what does that bring us to on the regular season? Sean at 12-17.
17. Gross.
Max 13-17, and then myself at 16-14. So we can't do touchdowns. That's what I'm also learning. We stink at touchdowns.
Terrible. I mean, every year.
Yeah. And
we
dude,
haven't gotten one.
we went with a pretty like a chalky touchdown one. It wasn't like we were doing anything crazy. Robinson did not end up playing, but we substituted in George Pickens in the 4 p.m. slate, and then Saquon.
Eagles fucking suck, dude.
Yeah, they ruined a lot of parlays and things this weekend. So, yeah, overall, we've got some room for improvement on the NFL front. To be fair, it's kind of funny because I feel like we didn't do that great, but the public did really well. So I don't know if that means we're
Yeah, I think a lot of just big favorites won.
yeah. Yeah. So I think overall.
That's the first time all year.
Yeah, exactly. So what does that mean? We are getting just shit on this weekend. So that's okay. We're gonna prepare for it. Bring your shit umbrellas, and yeah, that's all I got for that. Any other NFL games that you guys want to touch on before getting into the picks? I'm trying to think of, or any other takeaway. I guess we can get into maybe a little bit of other news, unless there's any other games you want to talk about. Devontae Adams to Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, and then Amari Cooper to the Bills, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Brandon McManus to the Packers, the biggest.
And Cam Akers to the Vikings.
Okay.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I didn't see that one either. I like that. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, like Devontae Adams could definitely very much help the Jets if Garrett Wilson is like the second option. But also, like, is he going to still be hurt? So I don't know. I just don't know.
You ever hurt?
I don't know. This Jets team just feels like they're always going to get in their way.
Yeah, I mean, I did not hear till this morning. Was the Mike Williams thing? It was like trade for Devontae. Mike Williams is now available for trade, and then I saw this statement from Rodgers where he's like, "Yeah, Mike was supposed to run to the red line, and he didn't." And so I was like, "Damn!" Like, just called him out. Was just like, "Yeah, sorry, dude." Felt kind of bad for Mike there for a second, but Rodgers, he's only got so much time left to play, so I mean, I just don't know why they didn't do that like 2 weeks ago. Before they were 2-4.
Yeah,
I don't know why they just don't fucking buy the whole Packers team.
That's all just like the Packers logo. I mean, I'm sure they tried to do that 2 weeks ago, and I wonder if the Raiders held out to see if they got any other offers and found out that it was probably not as much demand for him as some thought, because it's just like a 12-month rental.
Yeah. I mean, it's this idea of Adams and Wilson being together with Rodgers throwing is scary. If you just
We'll see if it helps
their
their banged up offensive line.
Yep. Oh my gosh, dude, he has no time. He really doesn't.
That's kind of like they can keep putting as many good wide receivers out there, but he still has to throw the ball in 1.5 seconds.
It's insane. And I know I feel like Green Bay really surrounded him with good O-line when he was there for probably the most part of it, probably 90% of his time there. And so, dude, man, is used to having seconds. I mean, how many times do you see him in a Green Bay jersey dancing around in the backfield and slinging something? Even like the Hail Mary he did. That was the only time he had any time, and that's because he had two guys rushing him. So Yeah, look what he can do when he has enough time to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Crazy. So yeah, I like all those signings. The Amari Cooper one is a sneaky one. I'm intrigued by the Bills. I'm also to the everything we just said about the Jets. I'm wondering if maybe Bills still don't have it all figured out just yet, and maybe the Jets just stink. But Allen looked really good, so there's that. I mean, that's not a surprise either, though.
Sure.
All right, let's see. I'm just looking if there's any other games before we get into the picks. Anything else from you guys?
No, already pick
I don't
some
think
games.
so.
All right. Well, shit. Then let's do it. Let's go college football first, and then we will wrap up with NFL. Instead of burying the tape, we're going to hide the Google sheet and we're going to move on. So we're going to do that in our little Google sheet. We're going to hide last week. We're going to move on to a clean slate with this week. Oops, what did I just do? Nope, we're back on a blank slate. So looking at the records, college football, your boy, 15-6. I'm going to pick the order. I am going to go. I'm going to go last. I'm going to go Sean lead us off and Max in the middle spot.
All right. I'm gonna go with the team that Max just saw, and I think they're probably gonna sneak up on a lot of the public. Here, I'm gonna go Iowa State. Get them at 2 touchdown favorite against Central Florida on Saturday night. Cyclones are cooking up something over there. It looks like they have pretty good defense. They can put some points up there. UCF is already 1-2 in the Big 12 here, going on the road. I'm sure it'll be like a blackout or something because it's like the night game on there. I think Iowa State's just going to pour it on them.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. UCF was a cover machine the first 4 weeks, and then they've just kind of shown their ass. These last, I don't hate that at all. Don't
Yeah.
hate-
Fuck, fuck them. Fuck. I mean, fuck. They did look very good, and whatever. They're a good pick, I guess. I'm gonna go a team that I already mentioned, and I feel like one of y'all might already have them. So, give me fucking Army -16 against Eastern Carolina. They're gonna run them the fuck over. Their QB, fuck me for not knowing his name, right off the bat. But dude, they're so fun. Army is amazing. They like. I hope they can sneak in and get that 12 seed. Like that would be so fucking amazing. So I'm riding with them. I rode with them twice this year, and just completely just been like, fuck yeah, this is why. And I should have done it every single time this year, as we've already mentioned. So give me that all day. Fuck ECU, dude. They're bummy.
Bryson Daly.
Right, I was going to say Bryson Daly's on my fantasy team. Max, real quick, his last 4 weeks, like fantasy points, are 46, 36, 36, and 45.
That's insane.
Insane. That's mental. That's amazing. I
I was
love it.
looking.
Army's so fun to watch. They're so fun to watch.
I mean, that's insane. I mean, his QB rating hasn't been below a 108. I mean, he had a 467. I don't even understand these ratings. He had a 467 against Tulsa and a 99.2 QBR. Like, dude, man, this is ridiculous. 4 touchdowns last week. Okay, yeah, I love that pick.
Yeah, I'm fucking hammering that shit. I mean,
They already went up like a point or and a half since I think I checked like yesterday or even like earlier this morning.
I checked very recent to make sure.
Yep, yep. And is Mike Houston still the head coach over there? The JMU guy? Probably not.
I don't think so.
I don't know. No, I love that pick. Shoot. Well, if we're gonna do big spreads here, maybe I'll just do this one. I was reading the stat and I don't have it out in front of me right now, unfortunately, but it's the record of teams who in the Big Ten have to travel and how many time zones that they need to travel in order to play their game. Anyone that's doing 2 or more time zone shifts tends to not bode so well. I think there's 1 or 2 teams that lost or won last week, but overall, I think it's like 9-3 right now in the Big Ten. This NC State team lost Grayson McCall, not looking too great. I'm going to take Cal -10 and a little bounce back. They're still a good little team. Tough game against Pitt, but I think this is a good bounce back spot, and I think NC State has just been
Oh,
slack.
what was I think Cal's lost 3 games in the ACC by combined 8 points.
It's insane. It's insane. So they're due. And NC State's been giving up a lot of points, and I just don't think they're going to be able to keep up with Cal. And I think Cal's kind of pissed off at this point. Was it Wilcox is the coach? I think he's going to have the guys ready, and especially the fact that they're going from Raleigh, North Carolina, out to Berkeley. So I think that that's going to be a tough test. With that, so I'm going to go with Cal because I like the theme we have on that first set of picks there. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to double dip in that same concept. I don't know if it's the smartest idea, but I just can't not look at this team, and I'm going to go with Rutgers beating UCLA 4.5. And I think Hester, I think he's getting sleepy from me talking about these poopy Big Ten teams and ACC teams that have to travel across. They're pretty jet lagged as well as Hester looks tired. So yeah, give me Rutgers -4.5.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were going to go with some sort of like Oregon going to Purdue there.
Thought about it. Still might think about it. Too many points.
All right. Max, you the sandwich?
I believe so. And that would be you didn't just pee on me. I'm gonna go Tennessee +3, Bama.
I like it.
It is
Ooh,
in Rocky
yeah.
Top. Bama looked pretty damn bad against USC. And I'll give USC some props. They look pretty damn good. But still, I mean, losing to Vandy, barely sneaking out of Gamecock's grasp. Tennessee, I don't know. There's just something about it. I don't know if Bama gets playoffs. If I'm gonna be honest. They got this.
The world where that can easily happen.
So
Yep.
I like that a lot.
What's the over on that?
Over under on that? 56.5, I think.
Ooh. Tennessee's defense really solid. I don't hate an under potentially.
No, I don't hate at all an under there. And can I go with the similar concept real quick? Give me LSU Arkansas under 55.5. I think that also quietly LSU games, like once they've got into conference play, they're not like the same shootouts that we've come to expect LSU to play in the last few years, probably because they finally fired their defense coordinator last year. Arkansas just gets into a freaking mud fight with you there. I like that this is in Arkansas. I think this game, I probably get close to it. I think it totals out somewhere around like 48-52 and slide by.
Okay.
I like that. I do play indeed. Right back to you. Oh, what am I looking at?
Oh yeah. Oh, which I mean, well, obviously I had to save it for my last pick right here. I will go over in Ball State Vandy at 58.5.
Ooh, okay. That screams points. Vandy loves points for the most part.
Back to back Ball State.
I believe this is my third week, or at least third, maybe 3 in the last 4, but I don't know if it's consecutive. But I've already hit on Ball State a few times on these.
I think it was because JMU Ball State, I think, was the week before that.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't hate that. Or it might have been the week before. Okay. I like that. 58.5. Okay, we got an over under -14. Max.
Give me LSU -3.
Like that too.
Yeah. Man, yeah, I don't think it's gonna go crazy, but I think
That was a nice win for them last week.
Yeah.
Surprising.
It really was. They kind of turned around. They're eighth now, I believe.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like
Yeah. All right.
So
I
you gonna hook them?
what's up?
You gonna hook them?
I yeah, that's exactly
Oh,
that's
all right.
exactly what I
I
was
didn't
gonna
know his
do.
play. I generally was just
That
throwing it out.
actually is exactly what I was going to do. I was going to decide there's a couple other picks I really like, but in terms of teams I trust, um, I do trust this Texas Longhorns team. I think Georgia's solid. I think he's pissed off at Georgia and his squad. I think they are going to come to play. It's going to be close, but I think the 3.5 is a tough one. I might even buy it down potentially, but I could see an overtime win. I could see 6, something like that. Honestly, I don't know what the score is going to be. I don't know. I'm probably going to stay away from over under altogether, but I do like Texas right now. I think they're rolling right now. Ewers kind of has a little chip on his shoulder. He's ready to get back onto it. Yes, it could be a very good letdown spot when we're talking about it. I just don't know that Georgia's still the same ball club. I don't know, man. If it's Ewers or Carson Beck, I think I'm going to take Ewers. They've got the talent. Um, any
Mhm.
preferences on that one, which I know, I know. I was close to going with a couple different ones, but I just kept, that was another one where I was just like, you know what, that one I would maybe even wait. I might still get them at 3.5, but I wouldn't be surprised if that game it comes down a little bit to a 2.5, two
Yeah.
range. And so that's
You
one
know,
pouncing on.
the having the hook right now is kind of shitty if you like Texas.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So I might wait. I mean, who knows? By the morning, maybe it'll be a 2.5. That would be awesome. Doubt it'll move a point overnight, but um, yeah, I like that one a lot. And I kind of felt like I needed a big game one after doing Vandy, Georgia Tech, and Syracuse last week, and then I've got Cal and Rutgers. It's like, all right, I need like a big game to kind of put the nuts on the table for that one. So I really like that one. Give me your guys some honorable mentions, maybe some other things that you're looking at, maybe playing.
I kind of liked. I think it was Illinois +3 against Michigan.
I don't hate that.
I
Over
think
under, I think 43, which I don't hate.
Um, I mean, I I kind of like Notre Dame. I'm
Yeah,
I'm liking what Notre Dame's been doing here recently.
Dude,
that
I was
was
talking about that this weekend.
Yeah. I think Auburn's doo-doo. I don't know why Missouri's only a 4.5 point favorite there.
yeah. That one was like
Home
a
game for Missouri.
yep. I was kind of like, is am I overthinking that one? I was like, I might just see how that one ends up. I like Colorado +3. I like Arizona State +2.5 in the Fighting Kenny Dillinghams. Covering 2.5 at Cincy. Because Cincy's in a decent little spot. They've been a good team. They've been good to me this year. I don't know. I kind of just like Arizona State and the way they're looking right now.
Is that a Big 12 game?
Uh
What is it?
Arizona State,
Arizona State, Cincy.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
What if
is.
you? What if we? I can't imagine us saying that like 5 years ago, like the Big 12 game, Arizona State versus Cincy.
Oh, definitely
I
not.
know, right? Big
Yeah.
12 is so weird.
Let's see. Iowa -6, Michigan State. I think Michigan State's sus. I'm gonna wait and see how that line maybe comes down off the hook. But if not, and then I think the other one I'm looking at is like Florida money line over God damn it. Who was it? Kentucky. I've just been kind of fading Kentucky a bunch, and it's not been too bad to me. I don't luckily I didn't do it against Georgia and fade them. Actually, I did. I did on this podcast. I took Georgia first half spread -13.5. I didn't do it. But aside from that, I've been all right against Kentucky there. Sean, anything else from you?
Well, not really. We kind of hit them all those. A bunch of good games though.
Yeah, definitely a lot of good games. I mean, Miami Louisville's gonna be a good
I would
game.
say Miami Louisville will be cool.
Should be good. Yeah, so we shall see there.
I would say sneaky. I know it's gonna sound weird come for me, but this Virginia team isn't half bad. I think they could certainly find a way to even in a blowout, kind of end up covering 21.5 against Clemson.
Yep, yep. And then of course, that principle I didn't use it as a play, but it's Thursday, so the Marshall Thundering Herd on Thursday, -9 against Georgia
And
State.
in principal play, Indiana
Yes.
-6.5. It's a
Also,
lot. That line seems way too high. Nebraska's probably a good team, but principal.
yep, yep, exactly. Just scanning, seeing if there's anything else. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. A lot of good games. That night slate's pretty good. That's gonna be making sure I'm doing something then. Yeah, yeah, that's a good night slate. Okay. Anything on Beebs after dark? +7 playing UNLV?
No,
Not the same team. Not the
it's
same
not the
Beaver.
year. It's not the year.
It's not the Beavers here.
We're opting out on the Beavers this year.
Okay. Okay. I respect it.
Well, I
All
tried
right.
to Beavers after dark against Pocho last week, and it went miserably wrong.
Yeah, yeah, that's also fair. Let's see. That's all I got. Let's get into some NFL picks. Ooh, try and move this over. Let's see. Looks like we got Max off camera. He'll be back, so let's see. We'll put him at the last spot then. I went 16-14, so I'll go first.
Sure.
Sean, you go middle, and then Max will wrap us up once he gets back. If not, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's see. So for NFL, oh man, this was a tough little week for me, in terms of picking in the NFL, and I think it's because the public did so well. So I was kind of trying to look at some of what the public was doing, also what I was kind of thinking. Um, Part of me really wants to bet the over in the Denver New Orleans game, but I think what I have to do here is I have to go with a different over, and I have to just lock this in, just because I could not really get myself to really like this category, and this was the one that stood out to me. So I kind of just want to get this one knocked out. I'm gonna go with Seattle, Atlanta over 50. Um,
Oh, yeah.
I think Seattle's just every time I think Seattle's may not go over, they just continue to put up points. Defense is pretty banged up. I think they're trying to kind of lock up that division right now. And Kirk didn't throw a ton last week, didn't need to, but I think that they're gonna need to pull out all stops. Should be a good game. So I could 27-24 clears it. So
Yeah.
I think that's doable. Both teams, Seattle, Atlanta over 50.
Perfect. Right. uh, I'm loving what the Colts are doing. Joe Flacco turning it back here. Dolphins, congratulations. You didn't have to play football last week. Unfortunately, you have to play football this week. Colts -3 over the Dolphins.
Okay. Okay. All right, Max. You got Colts over Dolphins and Seattle, Atlanta over. And you are the third in the snake.
Cool. Yeah, that's my fault, dude. I had a sneeze attack. It was absolutely insane. I could not stop it. Don't know what it was. I'm gonna go probably an easy one, but people might not think it's an easy one. I mean, Chiefs +1 against the Niners, dude. Fuck it. Chiefs aren't gonna be fucking losing anytime soon. Like, are you shitting me? Are you still shitting me? They still don't have CMC, right? No, all right.
You're correct.
And
Mason got banged up too.
nice, but who cares? They
Yeah.
got Xavier
Chiefs
Worthy.
haven't lost the game yet.
They're fucking yeah. Give me that all day. I don't give a shit that it's in San Fran.
It's a principal play as well. That is, I feel like as until until it proves me wrong, I think Mahomes as a dog will always. I can't not play that, so I'm with you there.
Yeah, dude. Give me that every day.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that means that's
Oh, I didn't know if you guys were going to be like in a stay away spot from that. So I was hoping that would drop a little bit later, but I like that pick a lot. And then you are rounding us back out.
yeah. You know what else I really fucking like a lot? And I don't really care that I know you kind of got to look at our picks strategically. But this one I just absolutely love. And it's got me feeling really nicey. Give me Commies -7.5 against the fucking Carolina Panthers. This is gonna be a shit show. They did look very solid against a very, very good, probably one of the best teams in the league, Ravens. But I mean, this is just like, all right, we did that, but Bears beat the fuck out of the Panthers. There's no shot that the Commies don't. So absolutely love that. Didn't want Sam to kind of grab that. So I'm just gonna do that right now.
That was on the list, so I respect it.
Yeah.
Good snack.
Good snag.
Esther liked it. All right, is it Sean, right? Did I do the right? Yeah.
Think so. Give me a give me a breath of fresh air and well, I guess it's not in New England because it'll be in London town. I believe it's in London. I don't know. The Jags are -5.5 point favorites. I don't care who they're playing. They shouldn't be 5.5 point favorites. Give me Drake May. I'm frankly, I think the Pats might just win this game, but to cover 5.5.
You fuckers just took both my underdogs. I love it. I'm all over that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That puts me in a tough little spot. Um, you know what, dude? This team, this team didn't look too great, but they're losing by 10 on Sunday night did not look as bad as I feel overall they look. I think Brian Dable has these guys in a good headspace. I think talent wise, they're kind of banged up. There's a lot going on. I don't know what the hell's going on in Philly, to be honest with you. I'm going with the Giants +3. I know everyone's got their dog. I don't really care. I think I'm just gonna take it now and be done with it because I don't know. I had New England, KC, Miami, and the Giants, and the Miami was just kind of my last ditch effort, more of a fading my own self kind of play. I'm like, all right, like they stink, but you know, got to get it together. I think last I saw the Giants were +3. I kind of hope it goes up to 3.5. Um, but I don't think it'll come down. I think that'll be a pretty steady line. I think if
Yeah.
anything, it could go to
No.
3.5, and that would be about it. So that's more just keep an eye out there as we round out our dogs, which I like all of them there. Looking at a couple, there's a lot of unders I really like, but I'm still confused on why Miami and Indianapolis is at 44, unless I typed that wrong. No, I didn't type that wrong. I think the Colts they're solid. I don't really care who's playing QB at this point. I think they will win. I also could see them getting up like 10-0 and maybe middle of this. We'll call it. Well, I could see it being like 10-0 or 10-3 in the first half, and then Indianapolis just kind of running their clock out. Miami's just not able to get stuff done. No Devon A. Chain. I think Mostert's banged up. Offensive line has not looked good. Miami hasn't given me any reason for them to look good, and so I want a piece of this ugliness. And so yeah, give me the under 44. I would have placed that at like a 41.5, 42.5, to be
I
honest.
think I could have seen that being one of those classic Steelers like 37.5 totals.
Yeah, exactly. I
Really
was like shocked. I was like, all right, well, I gotta write that one down. So I'll take that under 44.
Yeah, it's going.
All right, Sean, sandwich.
All right. Wait, I'm a sandwich? Yeah. All right. Both the Commanders and the Panthers games are 5-1 to the over this year. Go ahead and I'll take that. I think 51 and a half. Is that yeah. Give me over 51 and a half there. Commanders will lose Jonathan Allen for the season. That's a bummer. If they're still employing, St. Just as their cornerback, then I still think the Carolina Panthers will be able to move the ball well there. And yeah, I think the Commies probably get in the 30s. I think Carolina gets it up to the 20s, and we do this damn thing.
Yep. I mean, essentially exactly what happened with the Falcons last week.
I'm kind of just expecting it to be exactly what happened. That's
I like
literally what my mind did to get there.
Yep. I'm with that. All right, Max, what are you doing with your slithery snake?
I'm gonna go under New York Jets at the Pittsburgh Steelers, 38. Gotta be a little shit fest. I don't give a fuck that they just got Vontae. Shit ain't gonna work still. TJ Watt just gonna be an absolute menace on the field. Jets defense is also very solid. Sam brought up earlier possible switching starters. Sean mentioned in a group chat earlier that that's just probably stirring up.
Yeah,
But
I
I'll
watched
let
that
you go.
Tomlin presser today, like before I saw the Twitter and stuff, and I didn't take it as that he was saying there was a change because I don't expect people to just
I didn't see what.
listen to him a lot, like the same way you probably only watch the pressers of your own team. Like he does this stuff all the time where he's just very like very high level and it just doesn't say like anything. He's like, I'm never going to give the other team a competitive advantage. We're only just trying to win like the next game. So like that would be just something to say like, yeah, like Russell Wilson looks ready this week. We want to see like how he does. Doesn't at all mean that he's going to start him. But
Okay.
it does like that being said, I don't know. Like I also could see them doing that, which I'm very much not a fan of. Fields hasn't been great, but he certainly has been the best part of this offense, mostly because of what he's done with his legs more than with his than throwing. But also, it's not like we really have a ton of weapons or running a really good offense for him to push the ball down the field there. So I don't think it's the right move to try Russell Wilson, especially in this game against the Jets. But we'll see. We'll see, Mate. People seem to think that he was really leading on that they're going to start him, but I didn't think that. I think he was just saying like, yeah, he's going to be healthy this week and we'll get a real good look at him. But it would be weird to go away from Fields at this point.
Yeah, I didn't know what he was referring to, so I didn't
know. No. I can. People seem to kind of ran with that.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But either way, I mean, it's still Steelers football with Jets football, and I absolutely love that. It'll be interesting to
Oh,
see.
Max, hold on. We need to
Vontae, there's no way Vontae plays right away, right? Or they're
Maybe.
just gonna throw him in.
We need like an edit of Max in like a soprano setup. You come to my place and you want some picks.
Okay.
No, yeah. He was just chilling. In the very beginning, he was just like
Yeah.
in his head. It was very, very mafia-esque. Which was funny. I had to just say that. All right, sorry. Back to your snake.
I'm gonna go prop because I still haven't over, and you guys have yours already picked. Probably not that you would actually get this one or pick it. Give me Joe Burrow over passing yards against the shitty Browns. They're for some reason picking this game relatively close, and I don't understand why. Sportsline has Joe Burrow projected at 236. I'm going to call my own shot that and say that's probably going to be 243.
Okay.
243 and a half, if you will. I think it's going to be a little more than that. So unless Vegas is like, yep, it's 236, I will take that any day, but I think he balls out for like 270, if I'm gonna be real. I mean, like, how can you not? Browns fucking suck balls, dude. They're so fucking bad.
That's what I don't. I mean,
Eagles suck
I was
more
gonna
balls
say. So
because of how close they made that game. Hey, I'm gonna say right now, because we didn't even mention it. Nick Sirianni fucking giving the ear to his own fans. Like, what the hell is that shit? This little tool.
yeah, we don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't understand it. Not a very Philly head coach move there. I guess is what I would say to that. Like you gotta. I don't know. There, he's a mess.
Now they're calling for his head even more.
I
But
mean,
I don't have to go in depth. But like,
he put his kids. Everyone was
um,
on him for making his kids a human shield, so they didn't ask him about the game. I was just like, all right, media is just cooking this man. I mean, he's doing it to himself, but I was reading some stuff. I was just like, dude, they are grilling this man in Philly right now. They are just destroying this guy. I've not tuned into Philly sports radio at all, but I imagine it's probably a lot of F bombs right now.
yeah, the dude's a dumbass. But barely beat him. I was wrong on that. Hand up, but
A lot of people are way.
Cincy looks way better. So
Yep, I
uh,
like that. Let's see, Sean, you're up. Did I miss you yet? Two left.
No.
Okay, all right. I was just making sure.
because then I go back down and I get my one.
Yeah. Yep. All right. I'll go under with the other New York football team. Under 43 in the Eagles Giants.
Yep, totally agree there. I completely agree there. That's going to be like a first one to 23 points will win. And that's going to be it. I don't even know if either team will get to 23 points if we're going to be honest.
It's gonna be so fucking ugly. Is Malik Neighbors back?
Um,
He should be if it was just like a non-crazy concussion.
I I don't have anything that he is. I don't have anything that he's not. But I wouldn't. I mean, I would think he's out for 1 or 2 weeks because he went out at like halftime in that one game. Hmm.
Ben,
And I'm gonna take Kirk over yards
Okay.
here. I think as we alluded to earlier, Sam, you mentioned the where's our college football Seahawks kind of bend but don't break. Sometimes they do break. I think Kirk Cousins will probably have a relatively low line set by Vegas, and he'll probably only need to throw for 240 yards or something. I think that should be just fine.
Yep. Yeah, and honestly, Max had him yesterday or last week, and I'm sure if they weren't up as much as they were, then probably would have cleared that pretty easily. But yeah, I think Seattle might give them, well, should give them a better game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate that one bit. I'm trying to see why I can't. I don't know what was just. I was trying to pull up neighbors stuff. Wasn't working. So let's see. All right, so I got two picks here. Um, dude, I'll be honest with you. We got some good favorites from y'all here. I didn't have a ton of other favorites that I like loved. So the only one I really loved is the one that I'm gonna also do with my heart. And that's the Green Bay Packers. I don't know, man. Texans, yeah, they got all high and mighty after beating Drake May in his first start. Still gave up 21 points to them. Don't bear like the Bills game played solid. I'm not sold on Texans just yet. I know they are 5-1. A lot of people love them. They got the shit kicked out of them by the Vikings. Other than that, I really wouldn't say like they barely beat the Bears and had their defense is nasty, but I don't know, man. There's something about the Texans just doesn't sit right with me. You know who probably doesn't like Stephon Diggs? Jair Alexander. So I don't see I see the Packers defense rolling. I see Jordan Love throwing a couple touchdowns at least. I see them running the ball well. Houston's very, very good, but I don't know, man. I think Packers are just in a groove right now. didn't have Jordan Love for 2 games. They're 4-2. It's not they didn't lose both of them, but still, one of those things where we got him fully healthy. I don't know. I feel very confident in the Packers. It's probably not a good thing. It's only 3 points against the Texans. Might even come down to a 2.5. This is another one I could see coming down a little bit. And so yeah, I don't know. I think Stephon Diggs is going to get shut down. No Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and Mixon. I think our rush defense is going to be solid, and I think we can keep Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs in check there. So, not to say that Texans aren't good, but with some of the injuries and stuff that they got with Nico Collins, I think that's a big impact, and I think Jair Alexander in secondary is going to be able to handle it. So, give me the Packers -3.
There it is.
We're gonna run it back. We're gonna run it back with the Packers. And then what I'm also gonna do, and I'm trying to see if I might not be able to pull up stats in time. Last time I was looking at the pack and Jordan Love with 2 touchdowns, it was about 180, 190. So outside of our juice props. But I'm trying, yep, all right. Well, it's the same fucking thing. Well, at least it's up this time. So Jordan Love over 1.5 touchdowns is -190. So we're not gonna do that. Motherfuckers. All right. I had it all planned out, and I did not know they even had them up. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do another thing. Shoot. Yeah. Sorry, this is just not as good as I thought. So I just talked all the shit about Stephon Diggs. I'm going to go with his under 69.5 receiving yards.
The first under.
Yeah.
Going up on that game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think, I don't necessarily advise that for everyone, but I feel very confident in Jair Alexander's ability to not only play well and tight on him, but to also take take him out of the game mentally. And I think he could get mad because Stroud's not getting him the ball as much because they're locking him down. They're getting the ball over to Dell and running ball to Mixon. So I don't know. I just feel like it could be a perfect storm. I could be biting my own ass with this one. So, sorry that took a second, but yeah, I'll take. I actually love that a lot. So sweet. What are we even at? Are we at touchdown parlay? I don't know how we got or no.
We might went out of order at one point because I think Max still has to pick.
No, I took.
Sean picks, then Max snakes, and then Sean
So
goes.
we're good.
I wrap up touchdown. We're good.
No, I only have one pick left. Max, you go ahead first.
Yeah, just do your over. I don't know how we did that.
We got lost in the snake.
I'm just trying to think of how that happened. Yeah.
Oh well.
All right. So you just want me to do my over and then Cuddy, and then we'll go up. Okay.
Yep.
Over was the Bucks Ravens at 48.5.
Like that.
That's gonna be a smasher.
That's like don't think they're gonna score.
Yeah. I mean, Ravens defense really is nothing to fucking think about, and their offense can score damn well, and so can Tampa Bay. So
yeah. Yeah.
And Cuddy, are we going rock chalk or are we going?
You gotta get one, so whatever you want, man.
Yeah, we gotta see the ball go through the net here.
All right, give me D-Mont -170. It's already up.
I like that.
So give me 170. Yeah.
Yep, I love that.
Even as I'm gonna take one that's probably gonna be plus money, but I feel pretty good about it. Deontay Johnson, he's already scored 3 touchdowns this year, going up against the second or third worst pass defense. I think he'll be a point in the second half where the Commanders will already be up a few touchdowns, so it doesn't really matter to them. And I don't know. I like it. I feel good about it.
All right. That's all right. Yeah.
Let's see. I don't see anything else up, and I really don't want to ruin the touchdown parlay on a Thursday. So we're not going to do that. If I had to look at what I'm thinking here, want to get someone who has potential to get some points, guy who, based on maybe last week with the Steelers, this team was able. I don't know if we really even hit on, but the Steelers were able to get how well the defense was playing. They had a couple good possessions that they were already in great field position, so it wasn't like this whole thing had to do. I think the Los Angeles Rams can be in this similar situation. I don't think it's going to be like the sexiest of games. Kieran Williams, anytime touchdown for the Rams. I think that is a solid one. I don't know how juicy it'll be, but got it. Like I said, I got it personally and for the squad. I got to see them go through the net.
I like it. Very nice. He's had a good year.
And then let me see.
Very nice. All right. We
Nice.
back on the right side of things this week.
Yes.
No.
I like that a lot. Let's see. Bears on a bye, Packers, Houston, Steelers, Jets. We got ourselves a good little weekend. Great slate of college football. Any takeaways, takes, anything else anyone wants to get out before we wrap it up?
Nope. Just for y'all's sake, no one else will get this in time. I'm doing Bedard goal. I'm doing Bedard goal tonight.
Our goal.
Our goal tonight. Okay.
Yeah. The Penguins either win 6-3 or lose 6-3. That's been their entire
Yeah. We're 1-1-1, and we're basing a 3-0 Calgary. But I think this is where he'll just shine out. He'll get a goal, and then we'll lose like 4-1 or like 5.
Has he put one in the net yet?
Actually, yeah.
Oh, the Capitals might win their first game. Saw Vegas was in town tonight.
Okay. I like that. I'm trying to think. Is there you got any UFC or anything, Max? I don't even know where we at and anything coming up.
Yeah, he's got 1 goal, 4 assists.
Oh, damn. Okay. He's due.
Oh, you could probably do point easily, but goal. Yeah, I'm glad hockey's back. So I'll be watching that ASAP. That's 9-10. 9-10 puck drop.
Yanks up 3-0 right now, but they keep loading the bases up, so they're playing with fire.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. We're gonna get a Subway Series, or is it the Dodgers looking good?
I hope it's Subway Series.
That'd be so sick. That'd be so fun.
Yeah, that'd be good. It's been good. Baseball's good.
So many sports on. Such a great month for sports. We love October. We're gonna enjoy every little bit.
Did you even ever notice that throughout the pod?
Oh, I couldn't. No, let's go. Look at you, man. Look at you.
Either that or a West Virginia whiskey mug, and I fucking mad.
Look at it. And you guys are on bye, so it's okay. So I respect it. So enjoy the bye week. You fellas have a good week. Let's get some winners. I feel the tide is turning here for the pod. We're gonna rock and roll. You guys all have a great night. Peace out, Cubs Cats.
Love you guys.